There is this K-pop singer named Park Bom who is now suing her former entertainment company, YG Entertainment, for an imaginary sum of money. I can't even pronounce this number. Can you show it on screen for us? It's in won. So I don't know what this even is.
Do you want to just read the string of digits?
I actually asked Grok to tell me how it's pronounced, so I'm going to attempt now. She is suing for 1 sextillion, 2 quintillion, 3 quadrillion, 4 trillion, 6 billion, 7 million, 1,034 and 6,427 trillion. Won.
I love the meme here. It says Park Bomb lawyers typing in the figures.
Yeah, which is technically, according to some, an equivalent to 4.5 quadrillion in USD.
Okay.
Which is also...
That's a lot of money.
Is that money that even exists? I don't know.
Well, our country is currently like 38 trillion in debt, and that's nowhere near a quadrillion.
So she is suing this entertainment company for financial fraud and embezzlement. The reason it's called an entertainment company is because the K-pop music industry is totally different from what we are used to in the West. They don't have traditional record label deals. It's more so like an indentured servitude, or perhaps, according to some, enslavement. So if she wins the lawsuit, Park Bom is expected to become the richest person in the world, surpassing Elon Musk, I'm sure, by many multiples.
Everybody in the chat's like, so like 2,000 American.
One person said, there are 7.5 billion people in the world. If Park Bom wins the lawsuit, she could literally end world poverty and give everyone $1 billion. And she'd still have, I'm sure, many billions left. This woman is clearly out of her mind. But for context, Park Bom used to be a front leading vocalist for a K-pop group called 2NE1. That's the actual...
2NE1.
It's pronounced either 21 or 2NE1. And this was a group started by YG Entertainment back in 2009. They've been on indefinite hiatus since 2016. But they were sort of the precursor to a lot of K-pop groups like Blackpink that exist today. And she is suing for a lot of claims, but...
BTS been real quiet since this dropped.
Guys, the K-pop industry is like... Picture the Hollywood studio system that no longer exists on steroids. They basically own these people. They recruit children into it, and basically put you in a training boot camp from a very young age to make you into an idol. And it means they have control over pretty much every aspect of your life. Your weight, your measurements, every ounce of food that you intake, your dating life or lack thereof. Oftentimes the contracts they enter into completely prevent them from dating, because in their culture, I guess they have such an exaggerated idol culture that the fans are attached to the person, not just the music.
I mean, that's a lot of streamers take that approach in America. Like they pretend to not be in relationships because, you know, it's not beneficial for them to not appear to be on the market, which just proves to you how a lot of people in these spaces are kind of okay with a specific level of delusion from the public.
Of course, that's just a level of parasocial relationship that's becoming more and more common. It's just that the equivalent would be Twitch forcing streamers into exclusive contracts where they're not allowed to date, not making the choice for themselves.
There's a 20.
Culture Junkie said Disney lost control over a number of things at the park after the kerfuffle over Disney complaints over the elimination of the gay content in the public school curriculum. Thus is while Chapek Chapek was Disney CEO.
So it was all connected to Disney, Reedy Creek, the Don't Say Gay bill, and everything that was going on at that time. That was a time. My goodness, that was such a time in this space.
So I mean, needless to say, this woman is clearly mentally disturbed. She is probably in the middle of a psychotic episode or a manic episode to think that she has any chance of winning this lawsuit. And if you go back and find more examples, there are countless lawsuits launched by K-pop idols against their entertainment companies for exploitation. And while their claims are likely true, it's really hard for them to get justice after the fact. One reply said, "I'm sorry, I just feel bad for her. She clearly needs help from her people. She isn't well. Demanding a Korean music label pay you $4.5 quadrillion when the entire country itself is only worth $1.8 trillion. This will come back against her in the courts or even worse." And whatever legal team is getting paid by this woman to represent her is clearly taking advantage of a mentally ill person. And now it's spreading from a deleted Instagram post that she has accused YG Entertainment of pressuring her into having plastic surgery. This was her claim. They said they made my appearance look stupid just to mock me. Thinking about it, YG never once paid for my cosmetic surgery. The few procedures I had were all paid for out of my own pocket. They used me as an example to mock people who had plastic surgeries. Even when I went to dermatology clinics, I paid for everything myself. I wrote all of their songs. They locked me up and made me write every song except for one. They never paid me, and even if you search for the credits, my name isn't there. I gave all for my singing, but it never paid off. I was never once allowed to do a magazine photo shoot. In total, I was offered 4,231 commercial offers, but they were all given to someone else. And then regarding plastic surgery, she said, once they suddenly apologized to me. When I asked why, they said they had been using me as a joke for discussions about plastic surgery. So it's unclear what they exactly did to pressure her into getting these cosmetic procedures, but you can see it's quite extreme. And I saw these photos of her from before she got work done. It's really sad. You have these photos of her from back in the day. She was a beautiful girl, never needed to do any of this to her face.
Wait,
although
can you resend me that one? I'm sorry. I think
plastic surgery is incredibly common in South Korea. It's something that a greater portion of the general population does compared to the US. But it's almost mandatory for K-pop idols to get work done. This was how she looked before she got all of these cosmetic procedures, and in these current photos she looks like a totally different person. And then this person said if YG forced her to do plastic surgery, then she is right to sue them. And while that's true, it's really hard to prove. And this company YG is founded by a man named Yang Hyun-suk. I don't know if I pronounced that right. The current CEO is actually his brother, Yang Min-suk, who's named in the lawsuit, but this was his alleged reaction to the lawsuit. He didn't have any feelings of sadness or anger after seeing her post, but rather he was worried. More than anything, he was concerned about her health.
Yeah, there was a post from D Nation. I can't fact check this here, but this is from like 12 hours ago. It's like D Nation saying basically that she's unwell.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah, it says first...
totally detached from reality.
It says, first of all, we would like to apologize for any inconvenience caused by Park Bom's recent personal SNS post. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude for your generous encouragement. Park Bom is currently in a very emotionally unstable state and has difficulty communicating, so she is in dire need of treatment and rest to recover. As SNS posts spread through various channels, they are being misinterpreted and unnecessary misunderstandings are occurring. As a result, the damage is spreading not only to Park Bom herself, but also to her family and acquaintances. Please refrain from indiscriminate sharing of posts.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Personally, I think it's unconscionable to induct children into this industry before they have the freedom to choose it for themselves. And it's usually their parents signing them away. Basically as slaves to these companies. And I bet realistically, there are K-pop idols currently being mistreated in the same fashion, and K-pop idols in training who are on the same exact path to where Park Bom is today. She's just an early example of it. Obviously, back in 2009, K-pop was nowhere near the level of relevance that it has today in the West. Yeah. Like, I only recall K-pop becoming, like, sort of mainstream post-pandemic with, like, Westerners, like Americans
started in, like, 2018 or 2017, but, like, post-pandemic.
That would be the start, but, like, now, you know, you oftentimes see K-pop singers at mainstream American entertainment events, red carpets, that sort of thing, the Met Gala. It was not as common before, so she's kind of the predecessor to a lot of these people. Yeah.
I don't know if this was another one. This was under the first post that you showed from the About Music post. It says, Park Bom's agency, D Nation, has released a statement clarifying that she never actually filed a lawsuit against YG Entertainment, as her now deleted post claims. All settlements related to Park Bom's activities with 2NE1 have already been completed, and there is no record of any complaint or lawsuit being filed despite what was uploaded on social media. Park Bom has halted all activities and is currently focusing on treatment and recovery. I don't know if that's true. It's just, it was under the post there. Somebody can fake a graphic very easily. Who knows? But just thought I'd
And of course, like, all of the coverage about this is from sites that aren't in English, so it's really hard to find
the translation could be BS for all you know, so it's very hard to tell.
Right.
So.
Yeah. It's just a sad situation.
I mean, the idea alone about that level of, like, boot camp mentality for those young people is scary to begin with. But look, there have been documentaries made about the boy band craze in the 90s and what it was like to be those guys at that time. Obviously not on the same level, but a lot of them, they got screwed out of a lot of money.
Sure.
They got screwed out of a lot.
But that's just the type of story that we're familiar with as Americans.
Yes.
Who have rights. And, like, they have no such concept, it seems. And the fans of these idols in South Korea feel such a sense of entitlement and ownership over the idols, similarly to the people managing them.
Yeah.
That they really have no freedom. They have no sense of self. They have no identity outside of performing.
Yeah.
And it's just it's sort of like our American celebrity worship culture on steroids.
Yeah.
And I don't like that it's crossing overseas. I'm a xenophobe, so I'm against it.
I mean, celebrity worship culture in general is something that's kind of a scourge on society.
Like, at least if you're you know, in one of these boy bands, right? Like, if you're you know, in one direction or whatever, like, you do ultimately have the choice to step back.
In the chat,
but that reminds me of Liam Payne now.
Yeah,
like,
that's a little over a year ago now.
Reminiscent of sort of the mental state that Park Bom appears to be in.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.